In Channel Chimp, choose File Open and select the FaceWeb Chimp file. Run Modo. Load the monkey Modo scene. Select the monkey mesh item. In the Lists panel, expand Morph Maps, and you'll see a list of all the morphs created for this character. As we select each morph, you can see the effect on the character's face. These morphs must be named a specific way to work with the Channel Chimp face rig. Accompanying the face rig tutorial video, there's a link for instructions showing all the morphs the rig supports and how each morph must be named. So you'll note that the monkey mesh has all the morphs created and named as shown in the instructions. In the item list, you'll see there are two mesh items, monkey eye left and monkey eye right. To work with the Channel Chimp face rig, each eye must be in its own separate item, and the name must include eye left or eye right. When we select an eye, you can see there are two morphs, eye pupil contract and eye pupil dilate. Double-click the Chimp Face Assembly preset file to add it to the scene, or alternatively, drag and drop the file onto a viewport in Modo. A Chimp Face Assembly has been added to the scene. Select all the face mesh items. In the web browser of the tablet or smartphone, select the face rig. Choose the question mark button, and then select Setup Face. In Modo, we're notified that the setup is complete. And it's that simple. We're ready to animate. Go to the Eyes page. As we move the sliders, we can manipulate the different parts of the face. If we press the Lock option, it locks both the left and right sides to move together. At the bottom of the page are sliders, in this case to control the pupils. We can also choose the Mouth page, which allows us to do things like smile, frown, and produce lip sync from phonemes. Press the Reset button to return all the face controls to default position. To view the face rig keys, press Shift+K on the keyboard. We can manually key animations by adjusting a control and pressing the key button beside it. In Modo, we can see that a key has been created at frame 0. Let's continue adjusting the expression, modifying the mouth, eyebrows, and eyelids. And then press the Key All button at the top to key the entire face. Scrub to another frame in Modo, and adjust the expression. When we've got the expression we like, press the Key All button. To see the keyed animation, we need to stop Modo from listening to live input from Channel Chimp. So press the Toggle Listeners button at the top. Now we can scrub Modo's timeline to see our animation. Another way to animate with the face rig is by puppeteering the character in real time. Press play in Modo and record in Channel Chimp. As an example, we'll manipulate the phoneme control to puppeteer the character mouth. Stop recording and choose a take. Press the Send Keys button to send the animation as keys to Modo. Right-click on the channel list and choose Stop All Modo Listeners to tell Modo to stop listening to live input from Channel Chimp and to use the recorded keys instead. To view the keys in the graph editor, press Shift-K. When we press play in Modo, we can now see the keyed animation. Using the graph editor, you can edit the keys however you wish. We can also layer the animation with additional performances. First, right-click in the channel list and start all Modo listeners. Next, uncheck the Phoneme Set 1 channels. This disables input for these channels and ensures that they are not recorded or sent as further keys to Modo. Stop the listeners for each of the Phoneme Set 1 channels so that Modo stops listening to live input for them from Channel Chimp and uses the keys in Modo instead. In Modo, press play for the timeline, and in Channel Chimp, press Record. Now we can add some eyebrow movement to the existing mouth animation. Once we're done, stop recording. Set the option to lock Channel Chimp's playback so that Moto's timeline is the master. This will keep the playback of the recorded eyebrow performance in sync with the existing keyed animations in Moto, in this case, the previous mouth animation we created. When we play the timeline in Moto, we can see both the mouth and eyebrow animations. Once you find the take you prefer, send the keys to Moto and right-click in the channel list to stop all listeners. Pressing play in Moto, we now see the keyed animation, including eyebrow and mouth performances. As you can see, the face rig in Channel Chimp provides a very intuitive and expressive way to animate your characters in Moto.